So we've just gone through brand and long-term vision, who to serve in $100,000 per month while working 4 hours per week or less training. Now we're at how to price your product and service. So pricing and business model will make or break your business. And your business model will define your churn rate, which can cause death to your business. So, here we go. So mobile app and cheap services for $49.99. Basically, I've made this kind of calculations based on the churn rate and the average order value and the clients you get per month and the ad spend. So this is hypothetical, by the way, like the average order value and clients for $2,000 spent. So let's say your average order value is $49.99 and you get 40 clients by spending $2,000 on ads, but your churn rate is 20%. So let's jump right back right here. Yep. So you have $2,000. So in the first month, you actually break even. And month 2, you have 20% churn rate. So 20% of people dropped off. So you made $1,600 in profit and you spent $2,000. So $1,600 is profit. And then month 3, you're at 2,000, almost 900. But as you can see, by month 10, you're close to $7,000. But that's when you kind of cap out, because after even on month 19, you're still only making $7,853 per month. And as you can see, month 18, you were making $7,817. And it's very, very the growth is very slow just because you have a high churn rate. And you can say, well, I can reduce the churn rate. And that is nice to say, but you can't really do that as easily. Because with the cheap services and mobile applications, you attract people who always look for the cheap solutions. They don't really commit. They are much more likely to cancel. They're looking for a bargain. And 20% is a very realistic number, like 18 to 20%. And as you can see, it's not really scalable because you're really stuck. Looking at month 10 to month 19, you're just you increased it not even by $1,000. And you have 197 clients to work with. So what that means is that if you keep the ad spend the same, you're pretty much flat out. You don't really grow. So that's the biggest problem with this kind of business model. What you have to do then is increase the ad spend to cover the churned clients. If you increase the ad spend, you will get more clients. What you have to think about then is that when you increase your ad spend, your client acquisition costs will actually increase. So that's the thing with any kind of advertising platform. And I know this because I spent well over $5 million on ads, is that the more you increase your ad spend, the more expensive it gets to acquire clients. So your profits will drop. You will probably lose money on the first charge, meaning you will constantly be chasing that. So if you want to make more money, you constantly have to spend more. And that's not that's not a position you want to put yourself in. So let's say your churn rate is 10%, you will achieve the $10,000 profit at month 9, but I don't really think you can achieve that just because you won't be able, how can you help 245 people effectively while earning $10,000? You can't really do that. It's not really scalable that much. So unless you're willing to constantly spend on ads, and there are other risks involved in this. So high churn, constantly increased advertising budget to cover churn clients, what I just mentioned, payment processing, temporary hold and or restrictions. That is a huge one because with PayPal will most likely treat you as high risk business, meaning they will hold about 30% of the revenue you generate for 90 days. So imagine on one day you generated $1,000, $300 will go to PayPal and they will keep it for 90 days. So imagine what kind of cash flow issues that creates, and especially if you're breaking even or losing money on the first charge. So you're pretty much losing money every single day and from the cash flow. And yeah, you don't want to put yourself in that position. You have a lot of unhappy customers because the program is generic. They're not really seeing the results. Only some are seeing results. And again, you're gonna have a lot of unhappy customers. Then it requires a larger team because you need customer support to talk to those people and so on and so forth. And then you're gonna have bad reviews because people don't see the results. And you can't be as lenient with refunds as well, because again, you're breaking even most likely on the first charge. And what that means is, like, if you give a refund, you're losing money right away. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that position. Okay, and then we have $200 per month one-on-one or group coaching. So let's say your average order value is $200, ad spend is $2,000, you acquired 15 clients, you're $1,000 profit. Then month 2, you're $3,700 profit, and then by month 5, you're already at $10,285. And again, these are hypothetical numbers. It really depends on your business, how many clients you will be able to onboard. We're going to go through client acquisition in the future steps, but it is possible to do this. And why I kept churn rate at 10% is because you're working with people one-on-one or in a group setting, and they have a community. So they have much, much higher perceived value. And then once you have that ideal client defined, something that we mentioned in a previous section is that they feel like they're receiving more than what they paid for. And they're getting so much value, and they're getting the community, and they're getting your time, and they don't want to leave that community, so they're paying $200. And you're attracting your ideal clients, meaning you enjoy working with them, and most likely they enjoy working with you. That's why it's so important to have that part as well. And once you take it to this step and have one-on-one or group coaching at a mid-high or high ticket value, you can scale much easier, and you can provide results so much easier to 51 person than 245 for the same price. So you see where I'm going with this. It might take you potentially longer, but in the first few months, but if you look long-term, like, this is the business model to go to. You don't want to go into that application, low ticket offers. It's really not worth it. And as you can see, your churn is low, the MRR is high, so you keep your ad spend the same, and your customers are keep growing over time. So this is the position where you want to be in. And imagine if you increase this, like, this will just go like this. So yeah, think about your business model and how you're pricing your product and service. So let's kind of go over different methods. This is the $200 MRR with the same ad spend. You can see the revenue growing and the customers, whereas in $49.99, if you don't increase your ad spend, you flat out. And if you want to grow, you actually need to increase your budget ad spend quite significantly. Another option is paid in full. So it really helps cash flow. You have commitment and results. So if someone pays you, let's say you charge $200 per month, and the customer usually stays with you for 6 months, let's say, and that is $1,200. So you can tell them, okay, you want to join my program? It's $1,000 if you pay in full now, and you have access for 6 months. Otherwise, it will be $1,200 if you pay month by month. And once they pay $1,000, they will be a lot more committed. Once you have the financial investment, you have emotional investment, you're much more likely to make it work just because you already paid that money up front. And as a result, you're going to have a better client satisfaction just because people achieve the results quicker, just because they have that emotional investment. So this is a good way to achieve great results, have a better cash flow, and have a better client satisfaction rate. Another thing is you have to think about your price and how it is not based on hours, especially when you build a group coaching program. And let's say you have to spend an hour per week on one client and your hourly rate is $100. Like, you're not going to charge them $100. If you deliver amazing results and you're targeting higher income people, you can charge $400 per month, even though it costs you $100 per month. And that is called business. Like, you're building a business where you can scale and earn as much money as you can while providing the best results and providing the best service and the product. So, and also the more you charge, the higher quality clientele you will bring, because they will have another higher perceived value as well. So if they pay for a program $20 and then they pay $400, they will think that the $400 one is better. It's the same as like you not knowing anything about wine. You see an expensive wine and you see the cheap wine. You'll probably think that the expensive wine is better just because it's more expensive. So this is the same thing. Don't charge for your hours, charge for your results. So in summary, don't do cheap services and don't do applications, and go for mid-high/high ticket MRR or PIFs. More cash equals happier you. So you want to be in that position where you have a business, you can enjoy your life, and you don't have to work 12 hours a day or spend a tremendous amount of money to cover the churn clients. So that is it for how to price your product and service. Next up is optimizing your service delivery. I'll see you in the next one.